red leather, yellow leather. Here we go.
Really depends on what kind of student you have. So for younger students, what I tend to do is it kind of works like in an opposite way, even though the higher senior students kind of do harder work. It's like you almost need less preparation for them because they're going to be more organised and they're going to know exactly what's going on. So for those sessions, you got to kind of know the text that they're working on, read, plot summaries if you haven't worked on that text, because you do need to be knowledgeable with what they're working with, just so that you can help or critique or add to whatever essay they're doing. But with younger students, what I tend to do is I'll work maybe from like a textbook or something, or a question book, and each week we'll just go through with like what they're working on in class. I'll spend 2 weeks maybe on a particular topic. I tutor in math for younger people, so one week we might do like a fortnight on decimals, and then we'll do a fortnight on fractions or something. So we'll, lesson plan like that. I kind of think of it in chunks, so rather than week by week. I think, okay, for the next couple of weeks we're going to focus on this, and then I'll kind of, prepare for that maybe a little bit earlier, just so that you don't come to each week not knowing what you're going to do.
Well, it changes throughout the year and depending on the student. So if they've got exams coming up, you're trying to do more exam preparation, whereas throughout the term you want to be doing more generalised work, what they're doing for homework, what topics they're up to, the areas they're struggling with, and focusing on them. That's probably the main thing.
I find it often better to actually use your own questions, because then they can revise with their textbook questions. Whereas if you use the textbook questions, they don't really have anything further to revise on afterwards.
Always try to ask the parent what we're going to be covering that session, maybe the day before, the night before. So you prepare yourself, just, I guess, read over, if you don't remember what sort of content you'll be covering that day. Read over that, definitely.
It's really about what the student wants. So I often have a conversation with the student, ask them, what style do you prefer? We do a few different session types, I suppose. So in the first few weeks, we just do different examples of how we could run the sessions, and then ask your students, say, do you understand better when we learn like this, or do you understand when we learn better like this? Have a conversation with them. Also discuss with the parents, because they'll really know the child as well. And I think then I just plan the sessions around what the student would prefer. So if they're a visual learner, using props or talking about things that are relevant in their life often tend to be a style that I kind of lean towards, as opposed to like reading pages and pages of information.
Definitely ask the students in their last session what they would like to work on next week, or what they think they could use more information on, and then I would go on to Tutor Hub and find any worksheets or material, and then familiarise yourself with that.